Hey, what's going on to all of my Aquarius? So let's get into it. Please make sure to get my book at Amazon.com. The link to that is in the description box below. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, please contact me, Kareemspiritworks at yahoo.com, or go directly to my website. The link to those, to my website and the Amazon page where you can get my book, will be in the description box as well as the comment section down below in the comment. So here we go. Okay, so for Aquarius, I had to do that. I had to crack my neck. But you have the Ten of Cups, the Justice, Knight of Swords, the Sun, the Magician. Very good. So far, so good, what I'm seeing. I haven't necessarily gotten down into it yet. The Nine of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Okay, okay. The Empress. Oh, wow. The Lovers. Okay, wow. Started off amazingly. Then it ended up turning into... Okay. Let's get into it. So the Ten of Cups, the Justice, and the Knight of Swords. The Ten of Cups is what you want. You want a relationship, or you want to renew a relationship with someone that you love, or you want to, let me just simplify. You want to be in a relationship that is fulfilling, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Even though a lot of you Aquarius like to act like y'all ain't got it yet. So, so the Justice represents, you can have that, but the Justice card represents that the Justice represents sacrifice as well. It represents, what are you willing to sacrifice? So you want this type of loving relationship where the two of you are good. Not saying that the two of you don't argue. I ain't gonna say argue, but don't get yourselves into a disagreement every now and again. But you want a stable relationship. So you have to figure out what it is that you were willing to sacrifice, or are willing to sacrifice. The Knight of Swords represents, now I will say that you are very much so interested in talking, as far as approaching, letting other people approach you. Someone has approached you. You began talking to them. You given them a fair shake. Because you actually want to see if this could potentially be where your relationship can go. A stable relationship. You want to see if this person might be the person. So the Star card is, excuse me, the Sun card is, you're speaking to people, and other people are speaking to you, but you haven't necessarily met anybody that you see as that type of material just yet. Right now, you Aquarius are very much so single. But I will say that you are high in demand, though, because there's a lot of people see your singleness, and people may not necessarily be coming at you as of right now, trying to say what's up, but you do have a lot of people who is watching from afar, though. The Magician, however, represents how you need to understand that the Magician is, you Aquarius in the future are going to be so much drowning in that type of a romantic attention. You're going to have to kind of separate yourselves from all these people trying to give you a lot of this type of attention. This is kind of like a well building up that you don't necessarily know of right now. Well, until you watch this video. But you build this, it's like this water that's building up behind this dam, that's supposed to hold it back. Sooner or later, the water's going to get through. People are out here seeing how a lot of you Aquarians are, and they like that, you Aquarians have swag, and they, you know what I mean, and that you kind of on the cool, moving and shaking, you know what I mean, with your swag, your style, doing your own thing, and it's working for you. The nine of Wands is, however, the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands represents, however, people know that they just can't come to you with some BS. They know that they're going to have to show up on point. And you'll find yourself right around now, Aquarius, where you'll find certain things difficult to interact with, as far as, let me be more specific, because sometimes things come out and I need to really kind of straighten that up. What I'm trying to say here is, you may find it a little bit more difficult for you, Aquarius, to find a potential significant other. You may find that more difficult now, because right now, not only at this particular time we're going through a Mercury retrograde, but in this era, this time that we have right now, we're actually seeing and evaluating people's value. And people's value is starting to become more and more clear. So with that being said, when a person is trying to finesse and get one over, con somebody over, right, about who they are, trying to get the best trophy person that they can by acting like they're so cool for school, a lot of you Aquarians are not, unfortunately, going to get picked, even if y'all are out here moving and shaking and speaking to people, and people are speaking to you. Why? Because a lot of you, I'm not saying all of y'all, but a lot of y'all are very functional, and you're really going to start to see the dysfunctionality of a lot of different people. It's going to show its ugly head. It's going to rear its ugly head, where a lot of people are not necessarily going to make, they're not going to be able to really keep up with you, because their dysfunction is going to be out there. I remember I was speaking to this one person, and this person told me they got out of the psych ward. Now you can imagine, I never really wanted the Samsung after that. You know what I'm saying? I never really wanted a Samsung after that. Really, I ain't really wanted for a while. But even, you know what I'm saying? But I started looking at this cute shawty. But the problem is that, I didn't, couldn't accept the Samsung. So the thing is that the Queen of Wands represents. Now remember that this person is going to reveal to you who they actually are. So what you Aquarians need to do is to pay attention to this and understand that they're being who they want to be. So yeah, they may come off weird, they may be very dysfunctional, and their dysfunctionality may be weird, but you're going to have to learn to respect that and observe it and not trip off of that, because it is what it is. So the thing is that the Empress and the Lovers, the Empress and the Lovers represents this being a situation for you where you still, I ain't even gonna lie, you still have some serious situations ahead. You still have a lot more people who are going to try. Some people will try to trick their way into being in relationships with you. So you got to watch out for that right around now, because Mercury retrogrades are a good thing, because Mercury retrogrades really show you who you should and you should not be hanging around with. If people start going ape, right? 8 around y'all, then it means that those same people who are in your circle who's going 8 means that you need to leave them alone. I remember myself, no, you know what I'm saying? Me being a Virgo myself, whenever it is that Mercury used to go retrograde, especially in high school, oh, people who didn't have my back, yo, they used to really start wilding out. If you've ever seen a Mercury retrograde, and you know that the Mercury going retrograde, and you a Virgo, you gonna feel that. You gonna feel that. Especially if Mercury goes retrograde up under a full moon, you gonna start to see something. You will see something. You will see something in people you have never thought you would have seen in your entire life. People will come up with things out of their subconscious. And you'll be looking at it like, oh, wow, I didn't know that this person does this. And it's going to be wild. And that's exactly what it is that's going on. It's going to be wild. Your next couple of relationships is going to be wild. Your next couple of relationships, the people whom you meet, is going to be wild. Now, you may be asking yourself, what do you mean when you say the next couple of relationships? And what I mean by that is the next couple of people who try to act like they know you, they're really love bombing you. It's not really love. They're just trying to get their foot in the door so that they could figure how to get their foot in the door to get something from you. But the things that come out about them in the aftermath of you dealing with them, you're gonna be surprised, and you're gonna be thinking yourselves that that's all you walked away with was just a few bumps and bruises, and this person didn't. Telling you, this is another one of these scary tarot readings. Things could get dark. I'm telling y'all. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's clarify the Empress. I'm telling y'all, because these are major arcana, which represents big news. Big news. Because it's major arcana. It's not to say like it's minor arcana, right? And it's your average, everyday squabble, disagreement. The Emperor. To clarify the Empress, we have the Emperor, the Ace of Cups, the Sun. Just as I said before. You will see us. You will, in the aftermath, if you are with these people or you're just getting out, or you're still in it with these people, you will find out something about them. That's big. And that, to be honest with you, you Aquarians may not necessarily want to be in a relationship with them anymore. The Ace of Cups and the Sun, the Ace of Cups and the Sun represents how the Ace of Cups is that I ain't even gonna lie, it's really gonna shake the foundation of the relationship. But it may cause you to understand the Sun card. It may cause you to understand that it's time for you and this person to actually end up parting ways. Let's clarify the Lovers. Yeah, this is definitely one of those scary readings. Yeah, this is one of those. So you have the Eight of Swords. To clarify the Lovers, the Eight of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. After this ordeal, my dear Aquarius, you're going to make sure that you're definitely not going to rush yourselves into a relationship. Again, you're definitely going to take it slow, because this person or people, they will have taught you the true meaning of patience. That's why you ought to vet people. Don't be rushing into relationships too quickly. Some people are out here wilding. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.